All right, off the bench, episode 3. My name's Parker.
My name's Cade, aka Fade Cade.
Heck yeah. This is our sports entertainment show where we talk about our picks throughout the week, the picks that you guys are going to follow, make money on. And at the end of the week, whoever has the least amount correct is going to have to do a punishment. And we'll let you know what the punishment is at the end of the episode. But first off, we're going to jump into it. We got some bangers this week. We have a lot of stuff going on in sports. I know we have a lot of All-Star Weekend. So that weekend plays a big part of how we're going to be picking at the beginning of the week. We have the Four Nations going on, which fuck Canada. Booing our national anthem might be the sleaziest thing I've ever seen in my life. So, but first we're going to get into it. So,
USA!
Dave, start us off, baby.
First off, I do want to say I imagine you were probably following our picks last week, and I know we have this big challenge thing, but PK and I, the picks that we put out last week were kind of fire. I think I went for a total of 4 and 5 for the picks that I picked, with also making one of them with the other, and then I think Parker went the same as 4 and 5 as well. And so
same.
We're
if you're following me on Instagram, you should have saw that I posted that winning ticket. I put $6 on a 6-leg parlay, smacked for $374. So I'm not joking when I said we're making money.
Yeah, we're making money. This might not be our full-time gig, but it might be soon. So follow soon. So going into that, last week was really good. I will say no one's going to be doing a challenge at the end of this episode since we did both have the same record. So the next challenge is going to move into this week. So after this week, whoever has the most or whoever has the least, vice versa, they'll do a punishment. So,
are we still doing the same punishments, or is Cade sticking with the bull nuts?
Yeah, the bull nuts. And I don't see your bookie Dom. I don't know where he's at. I don't know if he took
I only bring him out for special occasions. You might see him Thursday night again whenever the Four Nations Championship goes down. Something like that.
For sure. Yeah, I was expecting him. I was gonna have I got someone speaking in my ear, my bookie. He's never gonna be able to come on video.
This man has no creative bone in his body. He copies what I do, my boy.
No, he sits so high up that he doesn't have to be in video. He just tells me the picks and I ride.
Oh, is that Jesus?
Oh yeah.
Calling in from the man upstairs.
Yeah, shout out Jesus though. Shout out Jesus. We'll get into it. So my first pick is going to be tomorrow night. I know, like PK was saying, the Four Nations, the hockey, everything's been going crazy. So the first pick I got, USA plays tomorrow, and I don't know if you saw the butt whooping that USA put on last night. First off, 3 fights in 9 seconds is wild. It's wild to even hear. And guess what? US won 2 of those 3 fights. The third guy, don't even know his name, but he needs to get off the team.
I will say, that third guy, I respect the hell out of him because he picked the biggest motherfucker out there. And he did nothing. He looked like a little kid just getting pushed away by his big brother.
For sure. Yeah.
But respect him for still going after the biggest guy in Canada, dude. Gotta love that.
Oh, for sure. So, yeah, I got USA Hockey. Right now, they lead in the standings with 6 points, and I think Canada's second. But they played against Sweden tomorrow night. I have them at -1.5 on goals, sitting at plus 120. Sweden is 0-2. I don't know if Sweden actually even makes it LH or hockey players. I think they just pick them up on the streets. But yeah, they might be sitting half their players, US, but guess what? We're some dogs. We have the best hockey people of all time. So our bench is better than half the starters. So -120, -1.5, or plus 120, -1.5. That's my lock for tomorrow night.
Yeah, I love that pick because I'm also going to that game tomorrow night. We're going to stick with a little player prop. I just want to throw this out here. Canada might have invented this sport, but they stink. We freaking run the sport. It's like, dude, they say all this stuff about soccer too. If you brought and we actually dove into soccer in the USA, be the best in the nation, in the country,
Okay.
in
Okay.
in the world. So it's like you just give us a sport and you actually start making money on the sport. Americans are going to lock in, and that's what we showed last night. Canada can't hang, even though they have the two best players in the NHL right now,
For sure.
playing on their team. But I'm going to go to USA, and I'm going to go to a guy that plays for the Devils. He's an elite scorer. I think tomorrow night he's going to get a breakaway goal. So I think he's going to get an anytime goal. Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes is going to get an anytime goal tomorrow. Book
Not bad.
that. I'm not going to say that's a max because that's not my max play of the day. I got a couple coming for you. But Jack Hughes, I think he hasn't scored in the Four Nations yet. I think he's due, and I think that's big. It's going to be a game tomorrow where they don't have to win, but it's going to be dope if we go undefeated in that. So,
Side note, I don't know if anybody saw that video. Jack Hughes actually saying it was after the win against Canada. They said like a historic USA song, and he was just sitting there. They took a video of him. He looked like a baller. So that's a good pick. Jack Hughes, anytime goal. Kind of bouncing off of that, I do have another pick for tomorrow night. I'm going to be moving from the ice to the court, and I'm not going NBA because I think after this weekend of the NBA All-Star show, absolute pathetic. I don't know what Adam Silver is doing back there, but we need to change up these things. I think the Four Seasons, the Four Nations, the Four whatever. I think
Four Seasons.
I think the Four Nations, what they're doing, and I think the NFL, I think the NBA, I think everybody needs to see that and like, you know what? Let's go. Let's do something like European versus the US or something like that. The best with the best. Cut out the BS. So I'm going in NCAA tomorrow night, college hoops. I'm going to the Big 12, and I'm going the Bears, and I'm going Baylor Bears. Shout out Sam, you know who you are. But I'm going money line against Arizona tomorrow at home. So this guy Norched Omer, he is actually a transfer from Miami. He is leading points on their team at 15. He plays power forward. I think they're going to make a statement win. They need it coming into which March is right around the corner. So a lot of these
Yeah.
teams need to start winning. So I think they're going to take down Caleb Love and Arizona Wildcats tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Late game. But after you make your money from the USA game, I think you should just take that winnings and put it straight on the Baylor Bears tomorrow night.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I don't think it's bad because I like Baylor. I like Baylor basketball a lot. Baylor football, they stink. But Baylor basketball, they haven't been bad. I just think Arizona has been very good this year. What was
It's
the
hard.
last
It's
game
hard to.
they
It's
played with? They played Kansas State. I think they hung with Kansas State a couple games
Baylor.
ago. No, Arizona.
Oh yeah.
So
No,
Arizona is a very good team. That's why I
Baylor.
was like,
They're
I don't
sneaky,
know.
man. They're sneaky. I think they're like record of 16-9 this year. I think they do win. I think they can win. It's minus 135, so they are favored in Vegas books. But I think tomorrow night they need a statement win against Caleb Love to at least get into March Madness because it's coming down to the wire, guys. March 8th,
Yeah.
we're gonna have special guests coming in March Madness because that's everybody's favorite time of the year. So
Oh yeah.
we're gonna make sure
yeah.
that happens.
All right. Well, we are going to be moving into the second pick, PK's second pick. And when I say PK, I mean cash PK. Wednesday, we're gonna go down to Missouri. The old, well, it's not the Bayou. I was gonna say Bayou. That's stupid. Now, we're gonna go to Missouri. It's gonna be Alabama at Missouri. Missouri is gonna be the underdogs because obviously Alabama's been kicking ass this year. They did just lose in a game to Auburn, but Auburn's never won, so they kind of just held their ranking. This is a good game. Missouri
Nah,
is
terrible pick. Terrible
okay.
pick.
Well, I'm not picking Alabama. Hold on, my boy. But Missouri, they've been an elite team. They've been hanging around with these elite players. I think they have some dogs. And I'm going Missouri 7.5. Book it. And actually, max it. There we go. 7.5 Missouri plus 7.5 Missouri. Wednesday night, Alabama's coming to their house, and number 2 is going to get upset. Book it, max it.
All right, I don't really like that pick a lot, but I mean, if you want to just ride the Max or you want to ride the PK special, yeah, go for that. I will say there's another Max, and actually, you know what? I'm not gonna say it's Max, but it's Tuesday night going into my third pick. Tuesday night, we're going again college basketball, and there's this team that I've been watching. I actually haven't been watching them at all because I think they absolutely suck. But there's this team that was last year that couldn't get it done. The year before, they were first seed, got knocked out in the first year or first round by St. Peter's. And this is a team called Purdue Oilmakers. What is Purdue good at in college? They absolutely suck at football. They suck at swimming. They suck at baseball. And they absolutely.
What are you, a swimming fan? You just threw that one in there? Big swimming fan. Yeah. Cade Luke, fake Cade, big swimming fan, everybody.
No. So they absolutely suck at basketball. They're every time they get talked about being in the top 3, they end up losing the closest game, just like yesterday. They're top 5, lose to Wisconsin. So they're going to play Michigan State at Michigan State against Tom Izzo, against the 11 Spartans versus the 7 Oilmakers. Yeah, you know what? I got give me Michigan State. And you know what? I will say this. I like Michigan State way more than Michigan ever. So, and that is my Supermax. Supermax. Money line, take them.
Like I said, for the Super Bowl, Cade, he likes to play softball. He likes to sit and get these little underhand tosses thrown to him. That's an easy dub. Michigan State going and playing
on the
Purdue,
books,
who just came off of a freaking loss. Michigan State is definitely the better team. All I'm saying is Cade looks at the softballs of the week and he says, Mama. Like I said last week, I went 4 for 5. My odds on my parlay were plus 6,000. Cade's plus 3,000. And we hit the same amount of bets. So, you know, I'm reading stuff. Cade's just giving, little softballs. But he plays like he wants to play. And I play like I want to play. So we're going to go into Thursday night. This is a big game in the NBA because it's showing who is kind of be a couple of the last seeds getting into, after the All-Star break, teams start trying to get into the playoffs. 2 teams, the Orlando Magic and Atlanta Hawks. They're ranked 7th and 8th in the East. So the Hawks do need a dub because they are 8th. So they're going to be looking for that. So I got the Hawks money line. They actually are plus 100. So they actually are the underdogs, which is granted. I think Orlando is the better team. But I think after the All-Star break. Huh?
I said Paolo Banchero. Oh, that man is about to ruin that.
No, he's a dog. But what I'm saying is All-Star break, they have a little bit of a break, and then the Hawks need a big win to go up on the Magic in the East. So book it, plus 100, Hawks money line.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick. I think the Hawks do say. I think you've won a couple bets this year already with the Hawks. So Trae Young, ice cold Trae. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So all right. Well, I'm gonna before we go to the banger round. I'm gonna go an NBA pick for my 4th pick. I'm gonna go Thursday night too as well. I'm gonna go Lakers at Portland. I know you're like, hey, another softball. Yeah, well, why are the odds so low on this spread whenever you have Luka and LeBron playing on the same team? First off, I will say, let's just fire Nico. Nico, if you watch our streams, you're terrible. You're the worst GM of all time.
He's definitely tuning into our streams. Yeah. GM for Dallas Maps. Okay, yeah.
All right, so Lakers at Portland minus 4.5. They have the Lakers winning. I think that should actually be a 10, to be honest. So minus 4.5 with ease. They're sitting at that's minus 125 right there. That's an easy play in. I mean, Portland's 23 and 32 in the year. I think the Lakers are maybe 5-6 games over 500. So I think they win with ease, especially them losing to Utah Jazz, giving up 140 points to a 13-win team last game. So that's my pick. Book it with Fade Caden Streets, and we're gonna win. So.
All right, going in the last pick. And I kind of liked K did on the Super Bowl. He did his super max. So I'm going to go in and do a super max of the week. And it's going to be back to the NHL. 4 nations, baby, because that is where it's at. That is the best in sports right now, is that 4 nations. We're going to go to the championship game on Thursday. USA has already locked their spot into that game. So now it's I mean, most likely it's going to be Canada. But if there's an upset, I think this happens no matter what. Austin Matthews, anytime goal, man. I think that's a super max. The only reason is that he has not scored a goal all of February. So he hasn't scored in the 4 nations. He hasn't even scored before the 4 nations. Dude, this is a guy who's an elite scorer for his team. I think he's due. I think during the championship game, he has to come and shine the most. I think he's
Where
getting
does
an
he play
anytime
for?
goal.
What team does he play for?
What the team does he play for, Cade?
I'm just asking.
Tell me.
I was just asking you. I didn't know. I just want to know if you know your picks.
I mean, yeah, he plays for a team.
Okay. Look at that.
I think he plays for the Hurricanes. Shut the hell up, man. Don't need to know him. Don't need to know him right now. Like right now, I'm knowing that he's a lock because I've been watching the 4 nations. I don't know what team he plays for at the moment. Get the fuck out of here, Cade.
Honestly, what
anytime
that shows
goal,
you,
book it super max.
That's what all I'm saying is this fraud PK out here just gives you these picks. He says I'd be throwing softballs. He'd be throwing softballs. He'd be doing this. K does this. Yeah, PK is just wildly just picking on the screen going, yeah, this guy's name sounds the best. You know what? Book it right here. So
yeah,
you know what?
I'm about to hit 4 for 4 just so Kate can shut his ass up next week. So I would ride, boys. I am a feel guy. I might not know every stat in the book, but I'm a feel guy. When I feel it, I feel it.
All right. So my last pick also is going to be NHL, and I think it's going to be big too. I'm going player prop. I'm going on the ice. Like PK was saying, USA has clinched herself to the championship round. And you're probably wondering, Cade, I thought you were a Texas fan. Why are we wearing a Duke jersey? Well, I found this Duke jersey in the back, and you see this emblem right here? It's already got the American flag on it. And it's got, you know who this is? Jason Tatum. And you know what? There's a resemblance with Jason Tatum, a guy named Matthew Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk, anytime goal scorer on Thursday. Whether he plays the wing. And PK, before you ask, he plays for the Florida Panthers, and he just won a Stanley Cup last year. So give me him anytime goal. And I saw the butt whooping that he put on the guy last night. He hit him with the boo, the uppercut down low. Yeah, give me anytime goal for him.
Yeah, well, I might not know much about the NHL, but I did sit with my buddies last night. I did talk about a lot of these players with my buddies. And one thing I learned is Matthew Tkachuk doesn't really score the goals. He assists on a lot of them. So that's not hitting. At least my guy gets up in the goal and actually puts it in. Your guy's just assist. He'll probably assist my guy. You should change your bet. He'll probably assist my guy.
No,
so
we'll go anytime goal. The true Patriots will rise whenever it matters. Whether you play defense, whether you play offense, whether you play bench warmer, Patriots will arise. Give me Matthew Tkachuk.
Okay. So that's our 4 picks for the week. Bang bang. Follow us. They're gonna be some heaters, but we're gonna go into the punishment. My punishment for Cade. I saw this on a comment last week. Thought it was a banger. Cade's gonna have to do his makeup on stream. He's gonna have a full face of makeup. His wife is going to do it for him, and yeah, he's gonna do the entire next video with full face of makeup. Bang.
It's not hidden. And as a man of my word, I really want these boys to eat those bull nuts. So whenever I win,
He's just
I'm gonna
got him on lock, just in the back of the freezer, bull nuts on deck.
yeah, bull nuts on deck. I'm gonna be sending them down, sending to your address. There's gonna be two, and when your bookie Dom decides to come back to the streams, he's gonna be eating a bull nut, and he's not gonna know what happens. So, shout out. Also, guys, let us know in the comments what other punishments you would like to see. I think that's a great addition that we did last week. So, thanks for whoever put that into the comment section. I didn't even actually see who did it, so shout out to you. But until next time, off the bench. Peace out. USA
See
for
ya.
life.
Book it. USA.
Woo!